When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
No one's losing money yet if they haven't sold.
No one's losing money if they haven't sold. That is unbelievable, isn't it? Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. The segment is brought to you by KDOW, AM 1220, and KLFF, AM 1580, The Answer. Isn't that something? That is just unbelievable. You haven't lost money unless you're sold. If you have, here, let's play. I just can't even believe he said that. Let me find it again. Yeah, here it is.
No one's losing money yet if they haven't sold. On paper, you can look at it and be like, oh my God, my index is down or whatever it is. But if you haven't sold.
God, is that stupid? First of all, you shouldn't be sitting there holding. You should be sitting there shorting. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, so a lot to talk about today. All right. Now, this morning, I told my members a couple things are happening. Now, why is it, if you go back and you look, when the market dropped, and we had about a 12% drop in the S&P down to January 24th. So if you go back from November, December down to January 24th, we had a 17% drop on the NASDAQ, the Qs, and a 12% drop on the S&P. And And at that point, remember what they did? They came in, the plunger team comes in, and they put support right under that January 24th, that day. And after that, we had tremendous volatility. We had 5 days where the market was going up and the market was going down. I mean, it was crazy. They wouldn't let the market go down. So all of a sudden today, they let the market drop this morning. Now, and let me tell you something. This is what's happening today is not about Russia. It's not. It's not about Russia. It's already been baked into the program going back in December. Putin, remember, is already look. Trust me when I tell you, the stock market action today, and we had this big drop this morning, down 800 points again. It's not selling off because of Ukraine and Russia situation. That's already been baked into the pie. It's been baked into the market since December 3rd. Remember, it's December 3rd that Putin put his troops on the border of Ukraine. That's not why this market's going down this morning. Not at all. So it's already in there. If anybody tells you that, it's a bold-faced lie. So let's put everything into perspective. So if you go back to where this crash started, it started, as I always tell you, in 2018. It was the last quarter. We had that 20% drop. And then we had further evidence the crash was continuing in 2019. That's when we had the repo problem. That's when the banks went and loaned to each other overnight, and they had to print $7 trillion to come in and stop the market from crashing because the banks were going to lead the market down just as they were going to do in 2008. Then 2020, everybody says, well, February 2020, the reason why the market dropped 31% was because of COVID. No, it wasn't. It pulled the trigger. It was the trigger, but it wasn't the reason. It was the inflation that was being created since 2008, the printing of $125 trillion to keep buying treasuries, to keep interest rates low, to keep pushing up the tech stocks, to keep moving the stock market up over 700 points, 600%. So now we're sitting here in November 2021, and what happened? The big tech stocks, the Qs, the NASDAQ, stopped dead. It couldn't go any higher. It peaked. So you go from 2018, 2019, you go 2020, and then November 2021 when the NASDAQ stopped dead. It peaked because the economy no longer, after 14 years, could absorb inflation from money printing. It couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. And then remember, they had the rotation. Remember, this was 14 years of inflation. Then they said, let's rotate out of the growth stocks to the value stocks to the banks. But guess what? We had another problem. That was in December. In January, the banks all of a sudden peaked because now only could the economy not absorb the inflation that was created by printing money to push the big tech stocks up. Now it couldn't absorb higher interest rates. It couldn't absorb higher interest rates, which banks love. And the banks peaked, remember? And the banks wouldn't go. I kept saying to you, something's wrong with this market. How come the banks are going down? And then that's when the market dropped. Boom. And then January 24th, the plunger team came in after the S&P lost 12%, the Qs lost 17%. They came in on January 24th when the S&P was around 4,200 or 420 on the S&P, and boom, they made sure that market didn't go down anymore. They put in what we call a steel I-beam pattern, okay, where they kept printing and printing and printing money and buying more stocks and anything to keep the market up. Then what happened after that? All we kept hearing, buy on a dip, buy on a dip. What are you, nuts? Buy on a dip? Why would you buy it? It's not going to work, and it didn't work. You can't buy on a dip when there's no pool of buyers, and you don't have any pool of buyers. There's no pool of buyers waiting to buy. when the trend is broken, when the uptrend is busted, when the flow of money is busted, and the trend is broken, you're not going to get a V-shaped recovery. Remember, we got a V-shaped recovery in 2013, V-shaped recovery in 2018, 2020, because there were buyers there. There were buyers there because we were in trend. So the volatility, if you remember here in January 24th, when we were around that 420, was unbelievable. Monday, the market went down 1270, went back up 1270. Tuesday, down 1046, up 1046. Wednesday, down 839, up 839. Thursday, down 766, up 766. Friday, down 640, up 640. It was crazy, the volatility, because they were lying to you. The fake business news networks were telling you to buy on the dips. And everybody who bought on the dips got killed. And you know who really got killed? The tourists. Do you know that those $1,400 stimulus checks, $194 billion of those stimulus checks, the tourists went in and bought stock at the exact wrong time because they didn't know what they're doing. $194 billion was wiped out on buy on the dip. Buy on the dip. So the working group of financial markets, or aka plunger team, I believe what they did today, and I told my members this, that I think they pulled out the support and let this market drop. And we went down 800 points because I think Powell's saying to himself, you know what? And we know Powell is scared to death to start selling treasuries off the balance sheet so that mortgage rates go up, because he knows if that happens, it could blow up this fragile housing market. I'll come right back after this break and explain what's going on in the market. Please don't buy on the dip right now.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Buying into these dips makes a lot of sense.
I think people are coming in and saying, we have to at least nibble and buy the dip.
Given the pullback, given that what you just said, the NASDAQ being down 17% from its highs, being down, I think it's 14% year to date, these are the times where you need to step in and put money to work, and especially in some names that are
unbelievable. No, that's not when you buy in the dips, okay? Matter of fact, this morning, when the market took off, it was around 11:04, I told my members, because we're in the inverse of the Qs, PSQ, and the inverse of SPY, and the market, remember this morning, shot straight up. Or the inverse, the market went straight down, but we bought the inverse, so PSQ goes straight up. And I told my members, if you have more than a scout on, take profits. Because anytime you get a big move like that, you take profits. You take profits. And when you get these big gaps down, where a stock market opens the next morning, and it skips a whole bunch of numbers and it just drops, like if it goes from, let's say your stock's at 100, and it opens up and the market starts crashing, it goes from 100 and you're shorting, and it goes from 100 down to, let's say, 50, you don't chase it. And vice versa. You wake up in the morning, you closed at night, the stock was at 30, you wake up next morning, it's at 40. You never chase it. If you're in it, you sell into it and let the market settle out. This market is not finished. All that happened this afternoon, and that's why I told my members at 11:04 this morning, especially on PSQ, where we made a good amount of money on it, was that, hey, sell into it, take profits. because this is what happens. This is what happens when you got a situation where Powell's sitting there, and I know what he's thinking. He's going, wait a minute. I'm going to pull out. I'm going to take my plunger team, and we're going to pull out. Remember, the market, if you go and look at the S&P, when you go look at the S&P, and the S&P peaked around, let's take a look at here. Yeah, the S&P peaked right around December around December 30th. It peaked, and then it dropped all the way down till we had that January 24th, down around 421. I'm talking about today. So it was down about 12%. And then if you go and you take a look at the Qs, same thing. It dropped down 17%. So I know what he's thinking. He's going, well, you know what? Why should I take a chance and go in and all of a sudden start selling treasuries off the balance sheet? And if I do that, yields are going to go up. That means mortgage rates are going to go up. And wages are not keeping up. Wages are not keeping up with the housing prices. If you go back and look in 2008, when we had the housing crash, 2002, 2008, remember what happens. Every time the economy slows down, what have they been doing? Drop rates, get those rates down. And then people jump in and they start buying houses. And especially there's a race. I better buy that house before rates go up. But the problem is wages are not going up. So you get this big move, house prices going up 14%, but wages aren't going anywhere. Like in 2008. Then what happens? All of a sudden, everybody stops buying homes. So why are we so lucky to think that we can afford to keep the payments going? You can't. And that's why the housing market blew up and crashed in 2008. So if you have this expanding, the acceleration of stock prices going up, housing prices going up, and wages aren't, then the housing prices stop. And then the word comes out, gee, we may raise rates, and everybody jumps in again and trying to beat the clock and buy a house. Now, houses up 14%, 15%, and people are getting stuck in these houses. And then all of a sudden, there's no more chasing a house. There's no more chasing interest. And now people find out they overpaid for their home and they can't afford the payment. And then the housing market crashes. If you take right now and overlay what happened in 2008, overlay it on the chart right now in 2020. We have the same exact situation. So Powell's sitting there. I know exactly what he did this morning. Powell's sitting there, and he says, I am, for 30 days. Now, remember what they did. For 30 days, they would not let the market drop below that January 25th low, January 24th low. They would not let it drop below 420. For 30 days, they supported it. Would not. Every time somebody sold, they went and bought their shares. So all of a sudden today, he pulls the bid out. He pulls the support out. Lets the market drop, and because he could blame it on Russia and Ukraine, change the war. No, had nothing to do with the war today. That drop. Here's what he did. He's thinking, well, maybe I can let the stock market do the work for me. Maybe I don't have to take the risk. See, I'm taking a huge risk after I raise those short-term Fed rates, but when I go and sell those 10-year treasuries and all of a sudden the yields go up and mortgage rates go up and wages aren't going up, the same thing's going to happen as it happened in 2008. So here's what I'll do. Now that we got this war going on, I'll pull my bid out, let the stock market drop this morning, and I'm going to let the market crash, because if the market crashes, what happens? It'll do its job for me. I won't have to sell the treasuries. So he's thinking, if I can let the stock market crash, then what happens? Confidence comes down. So when the market crashes, consumer confidence comes down, people stop purchasing, and oil starts coming back down. Inflation starts coming back down. So he's thinking, I'm going to let the market, I'm pulling out the bid, I'm pulling out the support that I've had there for 30 days. I'm going to let the market drop. And maybe I get lucky if the market can drop enough, the consumer confidence drops, the stock market drops, then now people stop purchasing. That means oil drops. That means inflation drops, and I don't have to take the risk of selling treasuries. And if that happens, I'll announce I'm not going to sell treasuries. That is what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing. More when I get back. Join my gang, free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com is not the only way you can stay in touch with what we do throughout the day. With today's social media, you can stay up to date with Phil's Gang current events. You can find Phil's Gang on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and more. Phil's Gang Radio Show is broadcast live Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Periscope, and, of course, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Go to philsgang.com and find our social media buttons at the top left-hand corner of the site. philsgang.com and Phil's Gang Social Media, keeping you connected.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited, you're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Pick your words.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang. Try it for 10 days. It works. Go to philsgang.com. Click where it says Working Investor Group. Right? As soon as you go to my site, it says, start here. Click where it says start here. Hit Working Investor Group. Get started, and then hit Working Investor Group. And you sign up for 10 days, and it's free. The 10 days is so valuable because you're going to understand for the first time the market, how it works. Our time, most of all our time, is spent on making sure our gang members do not lose money. Do not lose money. That's the hardest thing. Making money is the easiest thing. Not losing it takes discipline. You got to convince people. They don't listen to you. People are anxious. They get excited. They get 10 trillion. It's increased. Corporate debt has increased 72% since 2008. Corporate debt up 72%. That's crazy. That's insane. And then also, that doesn't count the $5 trillion in small businesses. We have historic national debt at $30 trillion. But nobody's talking about the unfunded debt at $162 trillion. They're always talking national debt, $30 trillion, but we still got the unfunded debt. Nobody talks about that. We're in really bad shape. Labor cost is too high. Production's too low. And think about the national debt since 2008 has increased a whopping 211%, while corporate debt has increased 67%. And everything has peaked in April. Manufacturing orders have peaked. Production has peaked. Employment has peaked. China has peaked. Our headwinds are crazy. We're in trouble. So all you want to do to protect yourself, don't go buy Coca-Cola. If you want to protect yourself, just for the 10 days free, learn how you can make money when the market goes down. When you say, well, I don't have time to learn. Well, we solved that for you. Over the 10 days, you're going to see, by using our Pro 2 color-coded chart and signing up for the Working Investor Group, you don't have to do a thing. Steve, head of our education department, every day with our team, we start at 4 in the morning here, there's no lie. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we've gone through our research. By 2 in the afternoon, we post our portfolio and tell you exactly what to do with each stock. You go home after you're working, have your supper, open up your computer, and let's say you're in IBM or you're in Apple. Just do exactly what we tell you to do, what Steve tells you to do. If you follow the instructions, you'll probably be on the computer for 6 minutes, maybe, the most, 7 minutes. You don't have to do videos. You don't have to come to class. And here's the key. When the market goes down, you're going to be making money. When Apple goes up, you'll make money. When Apple goes down, you make money. Right now, you're scared to death because when Apple starts collapsing, you're not making money. And if you're in a market that you only can make money when it goes up, are you kidding? But the most important thing that we offer you is we have a real understanding of the market. What it does. When yields are up, yields are down, how's it affect this, how's it affect that? And that's what's important. So go to my site right now, philsgang.com. Click where it says Get Started. Click where it says Working Investor Group. And for 10 days, just convince yourself. It works.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, boydinvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, go to my site, philsgang.com, and click on where it says Get Started. Then click on Working Investors. For 10 days, free. At least you'll get an idea how to make money when these markets go down. Look, I always tell you, as I can tell my gang, our first job is to make sure you don't lose money. This morning, first thing we did, when the market opened, before the market opened, during our coffee talk, I told my members, do not chase any of these stocks. Because remember, we were short both the Qs, the NASDAQ, and we were short the spiders. And when the market opened this morning, they were down big. And first thing I said, and we had a lot of stocks that were down big, that were short. I said, don't chase them. Don't chase them. You'll get killed. Too volatile. Let them come back up, and then if you're shorting, let them come up, they make a new low, then start shorting it again. That's what we do here. That's our first priority. Make sure you don't lose money in these kind of markets. And the most important thing is we keep telling our members, ever since this market has been stuck, and that January 24th, when the market dropped, remember, we dropped 17%, and then that was the S&P, and the NASDAQ, the Qs, and then we were down on the S&P 12%. And Powell would not let the market go down, no matter what, until this morning. Till this morning. So we got to now wait and see. Yeah, this is funny. You got to be patient. Got to wait and see, what is his game here? What is his game? Is he going to now go in and say, I'm not going to go ahead and raise rates. I'm not going to, the yields on the 10-year Treasury, and I'm going to pull everything out of this market, just let it drop, and then the market will take care of the inflation for me. I won't have to take that risk of blowing up the whole real estate industry, the whole economy. I'm not going to take that risk. I am not going to sell treasuries. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to take that risk. Because the minute I start selling those treasuries, boy, the mortgage rates are going to hit 5-7%. I'll destroy the whole economy. So take the next couple of days and just be with us. It's free for 10 days, and let's see what his game is. Let's see if he's going to drive. Now, remember, just because the market went up this afternoon, went back up, remember, the same thing happened on January 24th. They told you to buy on the dip, just like they're doing now. Buy on the dip, buy on the dip, buy on the dip. And remember, I said, don't listen, don't listen. And it went up, and everybody thought they were getting rich. And that was on January 24th. By the time they got to February 1, they thought they were rich. And by the time they got to February 7th, or February 2nd, they thought, wow, I'm making a fortune. Thank God I bought on a dip. I didn't listen to Phil. And what happened? It dropped from 369, the Qs, all the way to 312. So you would have lost 16, you would have lost 15%. And people are actually trading their stimulus checks. Unbelievable. The market is not one day. The market's not one day. Look, Powell knows he can't taper. Powell knows he shouldn't be tapering because the headwinds. The economy is far too weak. He knows that. To raise rates, they're going to increase mortgage rates to 5, 6, 7%, which is going to happen when wages are not going up. Same thing's going to happen to the housing market it happened in 2008. When the economy is far too weak and housing is fragile, and for the past 7 weeks, remember, refis has slowed down to a snail's pace. Last week alone, I just looked it up for you, refi applications dropped by 20%. The national debt is not $30 trillion, it's $230 trillion. 200 of that 230 is unfunded. They only can fund $30 trillion. The national debt, only $30 trillion is funded. That's a $224,000 liability per household, just under $30,000. And you know where that shows up? Your gasoline, your food, even in your ball game tickets. Costs are exploding. Medicare, $34 trillion. Social Security, $22 trillion. Interest on our national debt, $475 billion. This is crazy. Again, shows up in your food, your gasoline. So when a 30-year mortgage was at 2.65 not long ago, now we're hitting 4%. And that's before Powell starts selling treasuries. And it's going to be so easy to get to 5, 6, 7%. Now you got people buying houses, running, trying to chase it down, chase those houses down before interest rates go up. That is nuts. You're going to lose your butt. The national debt at $30 trillion is rising 31% faster than our economy is growing. The money supply. Remember, the only reason stuff is happening because people are out consuming not because of wages. They're not saving money from their wages. They increase money supply 336%. This is crazy. What's that mean? They take the money, give it to the banks, so they lower interest rates so they can loan you money. So you go in debt. Remember, the only reason why the economy is going up at all is because of credit card debt, the increase in money supply, and stimulus. All these different stimulus packages. We're going to pay for all this. So don't let this afternoon, because the market went down, they went right back up. How many times have we been through this? How many times have we been through this? Now, I hope you didn't jump in there and buy a lot of stock this afternoon and think, oh boy, it's over. It's over. Market's not going to go down anymore. When you have corporate debt at $10 trillion and you have a 72% increase in corporate debt, and you have historic national debt, historic household debt, budget deficits are historic, trade deficits are historic, valuations are insane, valuations are nuts. Buy on the dip when you got historic insider trading, historic valuations. Valuations are at 25% in the S&P. If he would just let the market drop, if he lets the market drop another 14%, then we get those valuations from 25% on the S&P drop down to at least 15%. Now you can buy on the dip without losing money. See, you got to understand the market. We spend a lot of time understanding the market. Just like Yeager said, he's not the best fighter pilot, but the reason why he had more kills than anybody and why he never got killed, because he understood his airplane better than any other pilot. It's the same thing with the stock market. You wait and see what you hear tonight and tomorrow morning on the Fake Business Network as this market rallied back up and got all its losses back. We've been through that before. This is crazy. Look at all you need to do, okay? And by the way, the market's now positive across the board. And I said that this morning. Where was that? Right here. Here's what I said this morning when the market was down 800 points. He could turn this market positive today. That's right. I said they can turn this market positive today. And that's why I told my members when the market opened and dropped and we had big profits in some of our ETFs, I said sell into them. Take some profits. Take some profits. Because I said they can turn this market positive today. Did anybody tell you that? When the market was down 800 points today and it looked like we were crashing, did you hear anybody else say that they can turn the market positive today? I'm probably the only one because we understand the market. A stock market isn't one day. It's not one day. It's trend. And you never buy on dips when they're out of trend. And we've never been so out of trend in our lives. You've got to be patient. Look, 10 days, it's free. And we'll tell you exactly when to buy a specific stock in our portfolio and finally when to sell it short. Wouldn't that be nice? See you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.